What is going on, my friends? It is so good. I mean, so good to be together again. My name's Andrew Scott. If you've never been to my channel before, I really started this channel to inspire people to be the best version of themselves, to really inspire us to this greater sense of purpose in life. If that's something you're into, then hit that subscribe button and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you're notified every time I upload a video. Now, I just have one question for you. What do you get when you combine fallen tree limbs, awesome neighbors, and chainsaws? About to find out. That was so much fun to shoot with my neighbor Randy. Wow, that was awesome. It just shows, when you have awesome neighbors, you can get stuff done. So, several weeks ago, we were having these crazy storms. It's been a super wet season. I remember actually looking out the back door one evening and the trees were just literally swaying back and forth. And I'm never really, I don't freak out about storms. I actually like storms, but I was thinking to myself, I hope one of those doesn't go down tonight. Well, lo and behold, the neighbor ends up coming over a couple days later and says that one of our tree limbs, and it was a huge limb, not a branch, like a limb, had broken off our tree and fallen into the yard. Well, we wanted to get it cleaned up, of course. So we went over and took a look at it, and it was wild. The way that it had fallen into the grass, and with all the wet rain and the storms and whatnot, it actually created like this huge, like swampy pool underneath like the branches and the leaves. It was just nasty. I remember walking into it and it was like, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. We need to get this out of the area so this can dry up. So my wife and my son immediately start, clipping off branches and things. And I own a chainsaw, but I'm not really too keen on how to use it. Now I have a neighbor. His name's Randy. Awesome dude. Guy's there anytime I need it. He's got chainsaws and guns and archery equipment and anything you need. So I shot him a text. I said, hey, Randy, explain the situation. I said, is there any way that you can bring your chainsaw over, help me with my chainsaw, and we get this thing cleaned up this weekend? He's like, of course, neighbor. Aren't good neighbors awesome? So he ends up coming over and helping us clean it up. We had a great day together, ended up having dinner together on the patio. It was really nice. So I got to thinking through this whole scenario of the tree limb falling into the grass and kind of into the muck and the swampiness, that a lot of times we go through those same things in our life. Sometimes we fall really, really hard. And have you ever found it really tough to pull yourself up out of the muck of life? I mean, we've gone through divorce, we've gone through loss of friendship or family, maybe loss of a job. I mean, we've all gone through these seasons where it just seems so hard. And sometimes I think it's almost impossible to bring yourself up out of those situations. That's where having good neighbors, having good friends will help you out of the muck of life. And, for myself, I'm a very private person. It's taken a long time in my life to, I'd say, really just mature and understand that I need the help of others. I've always been the kind of person who's like, I'm just going to do this on my own. I don't need your help. Not in a bad way, just, a go-getter. Let's get this done. But I've realized as I've grown and matured in life that we need good friendships. We need people who we can trust and open up to. And I think in my life, one of the biggest issues was pride. It was really hard for me to just open up and tell someone, listen, I'm going through a really hard season. I'm going through a really hard time. I'm struggling right now in my marriage. I'm struggling right now in this situation. But when we do that, it opens us up, I believe, to healing. It opens us up to help from others. A lot of time my pride was based on the fact that I felt like I was the only one who was going through this. But as I opened up, I realized everyone goes through something at some time. I know that deep down we really know that, but I think sometimes we hold ourselves back because we don't want to be that person. And so if maybe you're in the muck of life right now, I want to encourage you to surround yourself again with people whom you can trust and let them know what's going on in your life. Don't let pride be the barrier between you receiving healing and help in your life. And so, neighbors like Randy helped me out of the situation of let's be honest, it wasn't a huge thing. It was a fallen tree limb, but it was huge to us because we wanted to get it cleaned up. We wanted things to be able to dry out. We didn't want our neighbors to be irritated with us. We thought it was the right thing to do. And, we could have done it on our own. It would have taken longer. It might not have been done as well. But with neighbors like Randy, guess what? We got her done. So I leave you with this, my friends. Let's live well and let's love well. Let's be the inspiration in someone else's life to bring them to a greater sense of purpose. Live, love, vlog. Peace and grace, my friends.